Hey party people, welcome back! So now, it is finally time to go on our little work date with Natsuki! Well, baking sounds like it could be fun, and you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could probably use two people.
Don't worry, baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree.
Eh? Just a minute ago you were saying that...
That's because... never mind, okay?
Well, anyway, you'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it after all. Oh no. That's good. Even though Yuri is being melodramatic, it's a little hard to not feel bad.
So that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about?
No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited?
Yes! Everything except the performance is gonna be awesome!
I don't think that really counts. What about you, Cube? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri?
She's still sulking.
Natsuki starts pouting too.
It's not that big of a deal or anything.
Well, it might not just be that. I think that Yuri might be feeling a little underappreciated in general, having to come up with something for her to do and then nobody offering to help.
That doesn't mean...
Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with a worried expression.
Look,
Natsuki goes over and puts her hands down on Yuri's shoulders. Wouldn't she have to like super reach up to do that?
Yuri, you really are the most talented one here, and you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too, but you're gonna make the atmosphere special. That'll be really important for the way that people feel during performances. So, you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little more credit.
My cat's standing in front of my screen. She doesn't like that I'm getting back with these scary Doki Doki girls. She's trying to protect me. Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you?
Not really, but...
Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki of all people to be saying such encouraging things, but I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Oh yeah, on the other route, Yuri tries to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this, because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm going to do my best, and all of us are going to make it a really great event.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out.
Okay, but I'm staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so...
Fair enough, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to go write some horrible things to happen to Sayori. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Yuri out of the door as they chat between each other.
Where are you going?
Eh?
We still need to figure out our plans for this weekend. You literally would have gone home and then realized you didn't even have a way to contact me.
Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind.
Geez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You'd better not make it weird or anything.
Why would I do that? Natsuki gives me her number.
Okay, I'm coming over on Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients.
Wait, you're coming to my house?
Well, yeah, what's wrong with that?
I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I would be going to your house.
Yeah, right. I could have a guy over at my house. My dad would kill me.
Really? Yeah, so I guess Natsuki must have some kind of bad family situation, though probably not as bad as it seemed once we got into Horror Town. That's kind of strict if you ask me.
Yeah, how do you think I feel? I can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just needed to complain for a second. We have each other's numbers now. That's all I needed from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over.
Alright, fine by me.
Yeah, I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. So you better look forward to it.
Oh? Didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work?
Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act like, in front of everyone, that I was looking forward to this.
Wait, really?
Well, kind of, just because I never got to bake with someone else before. That's all it is, so...
Alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday.
Never mind.
Oh, was it Natsuki? Did you want to walk home together? I can't believe this. Natsuki is going to be coming to my house on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait. So yeah, where's his protagonist's parents? are they does he just assume they'll be okay with it, or are they some of those mysteriously always out of the house on foreign business anime parents? It's a hearty Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monika said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Oh, this is, yeah, or we have to have the depressionconfession.com login. I spend only a few minutes back at home anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in. Oh, here's our casual outfit for Natsuki. Oh, it's so cute. Of course. You little babu. Sup? Hey, I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Geez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. Whoa, we actually get to see his frickin'... What the... This is a clean-ass kitchen. What is this? This is a cool design. Interesting. I like how each of those shelves has exactly one bowl on it. What the heck? What is this fancy-ass kitchen? Are you a rich boy? I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all the way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. Wait, does he have... Yeah, they even have an oven and shit. What kind of Japanese house is this? What kind of Ojo-sama are you? Well, I don't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she's a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. We're already there. What, are you not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality cube? Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Gugh, this is ridiculously heavy. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey, your size has nothing to do with this. Do you really hate being small that much? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But, geez, never mind. You got a bit of a Napoleon complex. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey, now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know? And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like... Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki... Forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are a ton of guys who are into body types like yours. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. Gross. Hey, was that to me?
Who else?
Man, let's just get started already.
You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Cube.
Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decided to dish out more insults like that, then there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Look at that messy kitchen. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking.
Cube, where did you put the food coloring? The batter's going into the oven, so I need to fill the trays.
I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for?
To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite.
Oh, that's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing?
Do you want to?
You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so...
Come on, you're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun?
I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. Oh, that does look pretty cool.
See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up.
Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe I will use the food coloring then.
Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring.
Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing.
The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying?
Well, yeah. It'll just take a little longer.
Geez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look.
Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back.
You really need to beat the crap out of it.
After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved.
See?
As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same.
Hey!
Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist.
I don't want your gross fingers in my icing.
Your icing, huh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger toward the bowl.
Don't make me beat the crap out of you next.
I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some up with my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me caused me to stumble, making her stumble in turn.
Gross! You got it on my face.
Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of ice king on Natsuki's cheek.
Am I gonna lick it off?
She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away.
Jeez, you know what? Take this.
Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger towards my own face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. So that's what this image was. This image always worried me because I would see it in YouTube thumbs and I'm like, why is the protagonist like grabbing her by the hands?
And stop.
Also, why is she suddenly up against the wall and where's the bowl? What's happening? This is like a weird kabedon. Not until you apologize for calling me gross.
Fine, I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know, saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that.
Is that so? In this case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing.
Gross.
That's me. That's my reaction, Mary Kegel.
What? Did you seriously just
Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red.
Cube, you really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls unless you really like them.
Oh, look, she's all worried now. Oh, don't worry, I would never hurt you, Natsuki.
You know that, right?
What kind of question is she asking me? Just like that. How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? See, this image looks very foreboding out of context. I don't like it. And the last Yuri one was creepy too. That's gotta be purposeful. Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet.
Cough, no wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that?
You should have checked before turning the oven on.
Don't blame me for your mistakes, jeez.
Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops.
Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now.
Yeah, the tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened. I guess it's not that weird for a Japanese home to have an oven. It's just like nobody had one in Kurihara. I definitely didn't.
That smells so good.
The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. I bet more modern homes have them. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room.
Look at how cute they all look.
She proudly shows off the differently colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing.
Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags.
Natsuki hands me some plastic bags.
I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time, though.
What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others.
That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns, but you can also use it to write stuff on a cake, like happy birthday or whatever.
Huh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Well, it's a literature event, right? We could make it more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It would be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like.
I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid, but that's actually a really cute idea, so...
Maybe I'm getting it from you.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Why would she say I'm not cute when she goes out of her way to do so many cute things?
Natsuki, you have a complicated relationship with being cute. We're not at school, nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Yeah, you know you want to be cute.
Well,
you know you want to be lowly bait. Natsuki's voice trails off.
Same with you.
Did you say something?
No, nothing. Let's just do the icing.
Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens a nozzle onto each of the bags.
There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it
without giving me a chance to think about before. Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work.
Look at how pretty they are together.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
I wish I could have one now.
Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that.
Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite.
Huh. Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, she'd probably down 10 cupcakes already. Wait, her dad's making dinner, so she really needs to save her appetite. 'Cause like in the other route, I mean the horror zone, it was like her dad didn't give her any food, so I wonder if she just really wants to eat it whenever he actually does, or if the relationship's different. I don't know, we don't know anything about it.
Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner.
So weird. What's the actual situation there? I don't know. Already? That's a shame.
It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you'll always have this chance.
Man, as usual, Natsuki places the blame on me.
You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry something, you can probably do it in one trip.
Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any.
I wish she would listen to me in the way she listens to you.
Yeah. I can think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at the point it feels like she couldn't listen to me at all.
Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today.
You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted?
Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait, Natsuki, What you said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be like you wanted, but aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere...
Do you really mean that?
Natsuki looks at me tensely like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you.
Cube, I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so...
Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me and a little more pixelated. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to get dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against me.
I felt it for a while now.
Natsuki suddenly jumps back.
Sayori?
I guess this will probably be about the same. Hi, Cube. Sayori. Just now, we weren't...
It's okay, Cube. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Oh, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later.
Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Yeah, this is gonna be the same from here on out, right? Yeah. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. I was wondering how it was going to handle that since they said Sayori was going to take them. Natsuki's already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. Oh, now it's the same. So I think we actually have everything we need to go to the next thing. I quickly leave the classroom. Like, I think we have all the pinups, so we can, you know, get back to Horror Town. We're back at this part. Honestly, the way this pinup is drawn isn't super creepy necessarily compared to how it could have been. Like, it could have been much messier, but it feels almost a little bit respectful. So I guess I appreciate that. I'm sorry, Sayori. About everything. About you getting deleted. But I guess I am going to go ahead and let this part play out, and I will see you on the other end, back in Horrorville. Because I'm sure I'm going to see a lot of the same stuff, but once things start changing, or if I see any other randomly generated creepy-ass shit, then we'll go ahead and skip to that. See you then! You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Can you hear me? So this is actually different. Oh! I heard you. Okay, so full disclosure, I lost the audio over this whole chunk here because I accidentally hit the frickin' mute button with my foot. So if anything interesting comes up, I will basically re-record a little narration for you. But here we're going for Yuri because, you know, before we were romancing Natsuki during the horror zone. So this might lead to some different cutscenes. Oh heck, the time travel, this does lead to a few different little things. So you'll see. Oh, and I think, was this the one? At some point, Monika's little chibi pops in from the lower left. I think that's later. It also happened in my previous video, but I didn't notice until I was looking at the recording, and some commenters pointed it out. So we'll see when that happens. So this whole first Yuri flag seems to go about the same as when we triggered her flag later on in the horror zone in the previous playthrough, although that happens. But she gives you the creepier description of the book and everything. So I'm still not quite sure what happened with the last playthrough where it started acting like we were romancing Yuri all of a sudden. Maybe it just has to do that for the sake of giving you that scene where Yuri kills herself, because that's like what always leads into the part where Monika deletes both of the other characters. Oh, and I mentioned it later, but you can totally look at the history here, and it says the exact same thing as the white and black text. So people that were telling me that you could look and see different text in the history, nah, that's not what happens. At least not in any of the instances where I checked it out. Oh, and here you can see where her eye just kind of escapes a little bit. It just says bye-bye. It forgot where it was supposed to be, like you do. It's kind of funny. The music in this crazy argument scene gets really funny if you just let it keep going longer than I think you're supposed to. But we're clicking on Yuri because she's who we chose. But I thought it was funny that it kept zooming in on Natsuki. Regardless, I don't know if that means anything. It's like, pick Natsuki. No, pick Natsuki. No, I'm still picking Yuri, even though she's off screen. And then Monika shows up. And then I encountered this bug on my first time through this time. I think she says the same thing, but I guess this game just really does have a bunch of random bugs that might or might not show up according to some kind of RNG or whatnot. So that's super cool because I know that someone mentioned that they've played through the whole game several times and they'd never seen that one. So I guess there's always little things like that that you might or might not run into. Since your compliment put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. Yeah, definitely. I planned on it anyway. Okay, can we start now? Your big happy smile. Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of the book out of her bag. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Here's the scene where she goes out to make some tea, and then we see her cutting herself. It's time to share poems. So this time, we pick Yuri first. I've been waiting for this. Cube, this one might be even better than yesterday's. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued, Cube. Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, Cube? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. Just right now I want you to read my poem too, okay? It's so sad that she only happy smiles like that on the creepy route. Oh, and you notice that she gave us her crazy person poem on only the second time. So I guess whoever we're romancing goes crazy quicker, because like Monika's like, shit, he's going for her. I better fuck her up. So yeah. After this, we get back to where I actually have the recorded audio still. Oh. Things I like about Papa. I like when Papa comes home early. I like when Papa cooks me dinner. I like when Papa gives me allowance. I like when Papa spends time with me. I like when Papa asks me about my friends. I like when Papa asks me about anything. I like when Papa gives me lunch money. I like when Papa comes home before sundown. I like when Papa cooks. I like when Papa gives me privacy. I like when Papa doesn't tell me how to dress. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my friends. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my hobbies. I like when Papa comes home without waking me up. I like when Papa keeps food in the house. I like when Papa uses his inside voice. I like when Papa leaves my stuff alone. I like when Papa accidentally drops coins in the couch. I like when Papa is too tired to notice me. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. I guess that's a special poem from Natsuki. So I guess these are a little randomized. Yeah, boy. Ah, this is the part where Monika tries to talk to us, but she can't. I do have to feel bad for her, even though she was being so horrible. Alright, so let's see even if we keep making a poem for Yuri for our third time, if it's going to act like we made one for Natsuki, which is what happened before, with, you know, the opposite way. Oh yeah! We said a word and then Monika kind of popped up from the lower left. That happened before too. But I didn't notice it until I was watching the recording, but people noticed it in the comments. Apparently there's a bunch of other like little hidden things and maybe even like some kind of augmented reality game that people are participating in. So I'm going to have to explore all that after I get my golden ending, because no spoilers. Hi, Cube! I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today.
Monica, I told you not to. Ugh. Is she really late again?
Inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki.
Excuse me?
Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling?
Seriously, what's gotten into you lately?
Me? Nothing. Is it really that bad?
See, it is something.
I'll get over it. It's not even anything noteworthy. I've just been feeling a little on edge lately. Anyway, we don't need to talk about it.
Well, I just felt like I needed to bring it up. It's not like I really care or anything.
Aw, man, I'm the last one here again. Hey, Cube just walked in. Are you practicing piano again?
Yeah.
God, yeah, she's been making you feel all on edge and you don't understand what's happening. I wonder if they specifically use the word determination because they're referencing Undertale there. I mean, obviously Undertale does not own the word determination, but in an instance like this, it does feel like it might be a reference. I understand how you feel about not wanting the club to change. I think we all kind of feel that way, so as long as we're all working together, the club will never become something we don't want. Also, if you help us out with the festival, then I'll buy you a new manga.
Oh. Sorry, that last part was really funny. Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little bit more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something, but I know this is something we're doing together. Another new member wouldn't hurt as long as they're cool, and I guess another girl would be nice this time.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it during the muted part, but it seems like Monica kind of goes back and forth on whether she's escalating or de-escalating things. So I guess it is just her kind of like, she's just messing with like, maybe I went too far, okay, I'm gonna dial it back a little bit, I'm gonna ramp it up a little bit. And so that's why sometimes they're making up and acting rational, and then sometimes they're going crazy again.
I would hate to see the event suck just because I chose to back out. I'm a pro, you know, so I'm gonna help too, and we'll make sure it's done right.
Thank goodness. Isn't that great, Monica?
Monica?
Yeah, that's wonderful. It wouldn't be the same without you, Natsuki. Anyway, Cube, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we could... We already have plans today. Is that so, Yuri? What? I already had this scene. This is the scene where I find her cutting herself. This already happened. Yeah. I wonder if I encountered an actual bug. Because this, I assume, was not supposed to happen exactly the same twice. I bet all the different possibilities for this part are kind of hard to program. Oh. There we go. Maybe it did happen on purpose. Wait, how did I... Sorry, I just had a really weird deja vu. Okay, there we go. It was on purpose. This hasn't happened before or anything, right? My head has been a little fuzzy lately. I hope it hasn't really been showing or anything. I would hate for you to think I'm weird just after we started spending time together. I mean, everyone has a few unusual things about them, but expressing those things so soon after meeting someone is usually seen as inappropriate or unlikable. At least that's what I've discovered. When I was a bit younger, I think I would have come on really strongly and get a little too intense. It made people not want to be around me, so I started hating those things about myself. My obsession with certain hobbies, and the way I can't control myself when I get too excited about something, so I eventually stopped trying to talk to people. I like how it's having this touching scene, but it has like the super ominous screen shake and stuff. Then it's just easier if I close myself off. But recently something's been wrong. I don't know what it is, but every time we come to the club my heart starts to go crazy, like it's going to rip out of my chest. It overwhelms me with energy and emotions that I can't let out. It's been making me do weird things. I don't know why it's happening. Cube, is it just me, or has Monica been acting a little off lately? Whoa, this totally didn't happen before. She's always been a sweetheart ever since I joined the club, but recently I've been feeling something sharp whenever she's around. I'm not crazy, right? Please tell me I'm not. I couldn't say anything before because she's always listening, but finally we're alone. Can we just stay here for a while? Yeah. I just want to stay here. Just the two of us. We can stay here until the club ends, and then we'll have the club room all to ourselves. Nobody to interfere with our reading time. Nobody to make me feel like stabbing myself in the throat. Ah ha ha. That was a joke. You can start to see Monica appearing very faintly. Just a joke. I do like knives, though. It sounds strange, but you wouldn't understand if you've never seen how beautiful they can be. I have an idea. Why don't you come to my house sometime? I can show you my collection. I've gotten them all from various artisans. I make sure to give them all their fair share of use. I don't want them to get lonely or anything. Nobody deserves to be lonely. Nobody. And that's why I'm so happy you joined the Literature Club, Cube. Now we don't need to be lonely anymore because we have each other every day. That's all we need. You know what? Let's quit the Literature Club. There's no need for us to be around Monica's slimy tongue anymore. Not to mention that other pathetic child. We can walk home together every day after school and read together, eat together, sleep together. Doesn't that sound perfect? It's everything we could ever want. Isn't that why you joined the club in the first place? It's almost like it was fate. Fate that we would meet each other. And now we get the happy ending that I've patiently waited years for. It's becoming harder to read her text. Will you do that with me? Hey, Monica. You jerk. You poo-poo butt. Yuri, I'm trying to talk to you. Finally. Oh no, now you're acting crazy again. You can't help it, you're back in the club room. Will you let me keep it, please? Sure, I don't care. You're too nice to me, Q. I've never met anyone as nice as you. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to be feeling this way, right? It's not bad, right? Yeah, here's the cuckoo zone. I hope I didn't miss some kind of opportunity for a Natsuki pinup. Like a horror Natsuki pinup, I mean. Because I assume we're gonna get back to that point where Yuri kills herself, and it feels kind of weird where that she has that and Natsuki doesn't. I assume Natsuki's still going to give us her cry for help thing. Yeah. Don't let her know I wrote this, just pretend like I gave you a really good poem, okay? This is probably one of the most endearing moments with Natsuki. What if I go back and talk to Monica immediately? Don't say I didn't warn you, Cube. What? Let's talk to Natsuki. Meh, I guess you really haven't learned anything after all. Honestly, I don't know why I got my hopes up in the first place. This is clearly Yuri's influence. I didn't realize you were so impressionable, spending all this time with her in the club, now trying to write like her. This is stupid. At least Monica appreciates my writing. Ugh. Okay, I guess I'm going to share my poem with you now. I really hate that I have to do this. Alright, so yeah, so I don't know how else to bring this up. So I'll still get the just Monica thing. So in this instance, I didn't actually get a chance to give my poem to Yuri. Wonder if that affects anything. Oh! See, since I didn't have Monica left, now I can actually show it to Yuri last. It's really funny that she said she warned me. Alright, now you can take it home, and Natsuki still got to read it. Oh. Yes. Today I cut my skin open for the first time. It was exhilarating. I think I understand how it feels now. I'm supposed to be the responsible one, though, so I don't think I'll be doing it again unless I decide to kill myself. I left a memento of the occasion below. Huh. So I wonder if this is Yuri talking about someone else, or I wonder if this is Monica trying it because she knows it's a thing that Yuri does? Yeah, you guys can't see my cursor in that part, but it like slowly goes over to Monica's. What if I clicked Yuri real fast? Oh, she no like. She no like that I do that. What if I load? What if I load and then you can't make me? What if I load and then I click on... Oh wow. I definitely did not have that voice before. But yeah, I guess you get this scene with her whether or not you're romancing her or Natsuki. Wow, there's really something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I've never felt this good in my whole life. Just being with you is far greater pleasure than anything I could imagine. I'm addicted to you. It feels like I'm going to die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone care about you so much? To have someone who wants to revolve their entire life around you? But it feels so good. Then why does it feel more and more like something horrible is going to happen? Maybe that's why I tried to stop myself at first. Yeah, you even really tried to talk to me about it this time. You tried to tell me that it was Monica's doing. Oh yeah, she says she doesn't care if Monica's listening. I forget if she said that last time. Tell me, Cube. Tell me you want to be my lover. Do you accept my confession? Well, this time... no. Ah ha ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Yeah, she does that either way. That makes sense. So let's see, we should actually be able to see like the blood drying now that I've actually noticed it this time. I feel a little bad because people have pointed out that my main response to stuff like this was to laugh, but I think that's my, that's my response to weird, creepy things is nervous laughter. Though in some cases, it's just that I, like, kind of saw it coming. And sometimes it was a little actually funny, depending. But it's not because I'm heartless or anything. If anything, I think some of this game is a little lost on me just because I've seen so much of the things that it probably takes influence from, like Higurashi. Once you see a little girl shove a knife into the wall and then stab herself to death with it, it becomes a little less shocking when you see something like this. Alright, yeah, so this is gonna be the same. Something I'm going to have to look up is what happens if you try messing with the .chr files like that before she deletes everyone. I have no idea if you can get little different things to happen if you, like, delete just Monica, or something. I'm sure people have tried all that stuff. But now it's time for our special date. I might give you a few extra lines of hers, but apparently there's a big list on the wiki where you can see a whole bunch of dialogue of hers, and she does have like an incredible amount. So people were saying that I was unusually patient with her before restarting, but I feel like, like to really get the feel of this part, you kind of have to spend some time with her. If you just immediately go in and try deleting her, then it kind of ruins the moment. Plus, I love that shit. I was very interested in it. Oh, and apparently if you are not recording, she will actually look to your username on your PC, and so she'll call you by your real name, so she would start calling me Mary at this point. I assume that's what my username is. But I think that's really nice that he makes that not happen if you are recording, in case you have, like a secret name or something. Hey, do you like horror? I remember we talked about it a little bit when you first joined the club. I can enjoy horror novels, but not really horror movies. The problem I have with horror movies is that most of them just rely on easy tactics, like dark lighting and scary looking monsters and jump scares, things like that. It's not fun or inspiring to get scared by stuff that just takes advantage of human instinct. But with novels, it's a little different. The story and writing needs to be descriptive enough to put genuinely disturbing thoughts into the reader's head. It really needs to etch them deeply into the story and characters and just mess with your mind. In my opinion, there's nothing more creepy than things just being slightly off. Like if you set up a bunch of expectations on what the story is going to be about, and then you just start inverting things and pulling the pieces apart, you bragging, Monica. So even though the story doesn't feel like it's trying to be scary, the reader feels really deeply unsettled. Like they know that something horribly wrong is hiding beneath the cracks, just waiting to surface. God, just thinking about it gives me the chills. That's the kind of horror I can really appreciate. But I guess you're the kind of person who plays cute romance games, right? Ahaha, don't worry, I won't make you read any horror stories anytime soon. I can't really complain if we just stick with the romance. Alright, Monica, alright, Dan. Hey, what's your favorite game? Probably Undertale or Katamari Forever. Mine is Doki Doki Literature Club. Ahaha, that was a joke. But if you tell me you like some other romance game better, I might get a little jealous. That was a short one. Different romance game. I did like a lot of the girls in Steins Gate, but I don't really play any games that are just romance. It's always a visual novel that has something else going on, like Fate's Stay Night, or Ever 17, or something like that. I'm not sure I've ever played an actual straight-up visual novel where it's just girls in high school. Unless you count Katawa Shoujo, I guess. Alright. I'm ready. I'm ready for my awesome ending. Oh, that's right, I dragged these three over there. I wonder if I'll break the game if I try to drag them back in. The character files. Oh, is it worth it? I guess I could just always drag them back out. What if I just put everyone back in there? Ah, do I? No, I don't want to break it. I want to see my good ending. Oops, I actually forgot to remove her. Yeah, you had a bad dream. You're about to have an even worse dream. Check this shit. I deleted you that time, because I have a copy on the desktop. That's right, I can make infinite versions of you existing in parallel. Think about that shit, Monica. I assume this will all be the same. She's very upset about me deleting her after she deleted all her friends. It is interesting to me that it feels like even she can't resist the nature of this game that they have to love you. Because it feels like she should know better than, like, there's no real logical reason for her to love you because she knows exactly why you were doing what you were doing. So I wonder if her love for you is purely a function of she can't resist that aspect of the game. Doki Doki. Alright, so this time, hopefully, since we got all the ending CGs, Sayori will not go all yandere on us. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna make everyone a smiles. Hey everybody, feeling good, feeling strong, not gonna go crazy. So yeah, I guess maybe the literature club has some kind of dog power that, you know, it will always exist no matter the reality, and whoever's the president will be imbued with secret knowledge. The true elder god is the literature club itself. Who knows? Okay, I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along, isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Cube. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori. Aw, Cube, don't say something like that, it's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club, but I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever! Now that you've joined every day, it's gonna be so much fun! Hey, Cube, I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything, but the truth is I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I want to thank you for spending so much time with us all. Okay, she didn't mention deleting Monica. You worked so hard to make each and every one of us happy. You comforted us through our hard times, and you helped us get along with each other. Do you get it, Cube? Because I'm the president now, I understand everything. You really didn't want to miss a single thing in this game, did you? You saved and loaded so many times just to make sure you could spend time with everyone. Only someone who truly cares about the Literature Club would go that far. But all along, that's all I ever wanted, for everyone to be happy and care about each other. It's kind of sad, you know. After all you've done for us, there isn't much I can do for you in return. We've already reached the end of the game. So, this is where we say goodbye. Thank you for playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm going to miss you, Cube. Come visit sometime, okay? We'll always be here for you. We all love you. Oh, is that it? I mean, it is better.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, she didn't mention Monica, so I guess she's okay with Monica being dead.
Practicing piano and stuff.
Is this part of code? I'm paranoid now.
Any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song.
But yeah, I still like her singing voice. I don't like this voice that she's putting on while she's talking right now.
So yeah.
It's just too like, look at me, I'm an anime girl. But shit, I guess we might get a little different letter at the end. But this is the end. This is the actual end. It's a good game. My one bit of concern is just that, like, I feel like nothing super surprised me. But again, I think I have a unique amount of things that I've read that correlate directly to this. Like indie horror RPGs that I've watched, and other visual novels and horror anime and stuff. So nothing super surprised me, but it was still good and fun, and I was still like interested the whole time. So yeah, I like it. If I had to pick a favorite character, I mean, I guess Monica's obviously the most interesting. I feel like the other three girls kind of had like, you know, they were exactly two-dimensional. They each had their surface thing and then their secret thing. And I feel like you kind of got the gist of it pretty quick. Like Natsuki reminded me a little too much of Satoko. Just because she's like super handy around the house, super tsundere, she's the young one, and she has an abusive father figure. Yuri, you know, she's your kudere one. She is very sweet. It's too bad that it, you know, like someone actually self-harming and stuff like that could be handled in an interesting way, but we don't really get to see it handled in like a, you know, super sympathetic way, because by the point that we really get into it, we're in, you know, creepypasta town. So like we don't really get to dig into the depression or the self-harm or the, you know, abusive stuff, because then it just becomes more fuel for spoopies, which is fine. I mean, obviously that's what the game is going for, but you know, once I like start to care about these characters after spending all that time with them, I do kind of want to see those things like explored a little bit and maybe actually resolved in some way. Like theoretically now, I guess we're going to be spending this time with, you know, just the three girls without Monica, but are they still hurting themselves and or being hurt by other people? I like that it says special thanks to Monica and Cube there. I don't know, but I'm really glad that I played it for myself. Now I can go watch other people's Let's Plays and reactions and whatnot. And I'm interested to see what Team Salvato does next. Oh, and my next Let's Play will absolutely be one shot. Ooh, yes! To the special player who achieved this special ending. For years I have been enamored by the ability of visual novels, and games in general, to tell stories in ways not possible using traditional media. Doki Doki Literature Club is my love letter to that. Games are an interactive art. Some let you explore new worlds. Some challenge your mind in brand new ways. Some make you feel like a hero or a friend, even when life is hard on you. Some games are just plain fun, and that's okay too. Everyone likes different kinds of games. People who enjoy dating sims may have a heightened empathy for fictional characters, or they might be experiencing feelings that life has not been kind enough to offer them. If they are enjoying themselves, then that's all that matters. That goes for shooting games, casual games, sandbox games, anything. Preferences are preferences, and our differences are the reason we have a thriving video game industry. My own favorite games have always been ones that challenge the status quo. Even if not a masterpiece, any game that attempts something wildly different may earn a special place in my heart. Anything that further pushes the limitless bounds of interactive media. I extend my true gratitude to all those who have taken the time to achieve full completion. I hope you enjoyed playing it as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you for being a part of my literature club. Love, Dan Salvato. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. I wish it was a letter from Monica though. I I mean, it's nice, but what about Monica though? She gave us a letter at the end of the other one. I guess she is really gone in this instance. Man, somehow that's even more of a bummer. What a bum zone. That still happens exactly the same, I guess. Well, now I'm gonna have to go watch all the fan theories and whatnot. But thank you very much for taking this little journey with me again. Um, Yeah, sorry that the special ending wasn't as long as I expected it to be, but at least everyone's happy. They appreciate what I did for them. I like I like visual novels a lot. I like the way that they tend to play with that stuff. Like, oh my God, Ever 17, I feel like is a little bit of an underappreciated visual novel because it was translated back before visual novels were really a known thing over here. And it does something that is incredibly surprising that kind of you can only do in a visual novel and really affects the story. It was written by the same guy who did 999 and those other, what is it, Virtue's Last Reward. But I actually liked Ever 17 more. It did a lot of the same stuff, but it made a little more sense and felt a little more cohesive. But yeah, there's just a lot of cool stuff that I think are unique to visual novels. I hope to make one someday. But I'll see you again whenever I have time for another Let's Play, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Tschüss. Wink.